Happy morning, boys and girls. Welcome to class. Did you solve the last 10 questions? Okay, the answers are here. The first question: which gas liberates in photosynthesis? That is oxygen. Next question: which chemical is useful to remove the chlorophyll from the leaf? Methylated spirit. And the next question: when the green color leaf turns into blue-black color? If the green color leaf contains carbohydrates, then it reacts with iodine and turns into blue-black color. Next, father of biology, and why he considered as father of biology? Aristotle considered as father of biology. It doesn't mean that a biology started from the Aristotle. Before the Aristotle also biology was present, but he is the first person given written evidence. Given the written evidence. Okay, so he is called as father of biology. And one more person, William Harvey. Okay, Aristotle, his era started, it's like a written evidence, it's like a theoretical part, but from the William Harvey it started. More than that, the biology is developed like a lab activities, experimental, theoretical from the Aristotle with written, and from the William Harvey, yes, so experimental. That is a second stage, next stage in the biology. So we will not consider as a father of biology like William Harvey. William Harvey, father of circulatory system. Aristotle, father of biology. Now come to the next. How can you prove that carbon dioxide is important for photosynthesis? By the half leaf experiment. Next, iodine test or water bath. How can you prove that carbohydrates are liberates in photosynthesis? By the iodine test. This process is called water bath. Next, who said water is important for photosynthesis? Or who said water is important? Who said water is important for the plants to develop their mass? Is von Helmont. The today's question, today's syllabus, it's like a how can you prove that oxygen liberates in photosynthesis? We can prove by the hydrilla experiment. Okay, you can prove by the hydrilla experiment. Okay, you should write like a lab activity. What is that? The first one is right aim, and the second one is required material, and the next one you can write chemical. Here we have no chemical just except water, so you can write here experimental item, and the next question is next heading is precautions, and the next one diagram, next method, observation, right, and the last one conclusion. Otherwise you can write it's like a result. So very simple and very interesting. First one, we'll see what is that aim. What is your aim? To prove the oxygen liberates in photosynthesis. Now come to the required material. What we need: beaker, test tube, water, a funnel. Okay, and come to the next chemical or experimental item. What we need for this one? We need a aquatic plant. Here you can take hydrilla or LOD. Now come to the precautions. What is the precaution? The arrangement should be very perfect, and here we need one burning splinter in the required material. So we should be take care about our hands from the flame. Arrangement should be very perfect. Okay, the instruction by the teachers or elders. Elders in the sense known person who known about this experiment. Okay, now come to the diagram. This arrangement total should be here. It's like a diagram. Diagram is very important for the what is that biology, and for the science it's like a heart. Okay, now come to the next method. Take a beaker, fill with water, and take a funnel, keep the funnel in the beaker inverted in the reverse, and next you should take them a test tube. Here we are testing for the oxygen, no? So for example, just imagine this is our test tube. Remove the air or oxygen from the test tube. How can you remove that? We cannot remove with the hand, no. Just to fill with water and close with the thumb finger and insert into the water. Just you keep on the funnel, then you can see the water there itself. No oxygen. This total set keep in the sunlight for 4 to 5 hours or 3 to 4 hours. After this is the method complete, no observation. What you will observe after, they will observe in the test tube empty space, bottom of the test tube. Of course, it's a top now because it's reverse, no. Bottom of the test tube we can say empty place. How you can observe here? This water bubbles, then the water bubbles nothing but air. It fill this place and then automatically the water will come out. Okay, now come to the next result or conclusion. Then what to do now? Here, take the test tube out. How to take the test tube? Don't take direct because the air may go out. There is chance of here experiment about the air itself. Now just you hold the finger and take it out. Okay, now just you take the burning splinter, mandutunna pulla. Just introduce near to the test tube and open the thumb finger, then the splinter will burn brightly. Which gas supports the flame? Right, oxygen. So what is the gas present in the test tube? Oxygen. The oxygen came into the test tube from the funnel. From the funnel means, it means from the hydrilla plants. So by this we prove. Then how it's the photosynthesis? What the plant need for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide. Yes, the water contains carbon dioxide. That is dissolved carbon dioxide in the form of carbonates and bicarbonates. Right. Now water. There is a water itself. We are keeping in the water itself. Sunlight. Already I said this total set should be in the sunlight. Green color pigment. Yes, we are taking hydrilla plants, that is green color. So these four are present in this. So the photosynthesis is completed. They released the oxygen. They released not only oxygen, this also this carbohydrates, that is you can see in the leaf itself, and water, it's mixed with water itself, and oxygen enter into the test tube. And this is about the experiment. Very simple and easy experiment, no? Right? Yes. Moving to the next question, that is, how can you prove that carbon dioxide is important for photosynthesis? Before that, I will give some information, some about the photosynthesis equation. How many years the scientists took to give this equation, to simplify this equation? 200 years. Then you may get the doubts. This is very simple equation, no sir? We can learn within some seconds. Why they took 200 years? And this is not a complete equation. Here we wrote, we mean scientists given which factors are participating here. These are called reactants and these are called products. But how they will react, what are the intermediate products, they did not give everything, no. That by covering the total matter, they made it very simple. To make it simple, they took 200 years, and to give complete information about every factor with their reactions, the complete details, they took 300 years. So this is a work of its very long period. Shall we see some information, some details about the equation? Yes, start. Okay, see now some information about this, and then we'll move to the next question. Carbon dioxide, and this one you see the factors which participate in the photosynthesis are two. Factors are two. It's like two types. One is external and the second one is internal factors. Which are called external factors? The factors which are carbon dioxide, sunlight are called external factors, and come to the internal factors, water and chlorophyll. Okay, already said no. Who is called chlorophyll? Who separated chloroplast? Peter Cavendish, Julius Van Sachs, Daniel I. Arnon. This total you should learn everything, right? Okay. Who discovered chlorophyll? Is Letter and Cavendish. Julius Van Sachs. They said chlorophyll is present in the particular organ. It's called chloroplast. The chloroplast separated by Daniel I. Arnon in 1954. Okay. Now come to the next. Okay, these are these, and come to the what is the main product in photosynthesis? Carbohydrates. What are the byproducts in photosynthesis? Water and oxygen, which are called byproducts. Simple, a blind symbol. After the equation, what we have the after the arrow mark gives rise. What is the first one? That is the main product, and remaining are byproducts. You can write oxygen here, water here, no problem, but you should not change this one because that is the main product. Okay, you will see some more details about the equations in the chemistry. Okay, next move to the question. This with a next question. What is that? How can you prove that carbon dioxide is important for photosynthesis? Aim. How can you prove that carbon dioxide is important for photosynthesis? Required material: a potted plant, wide mouthed transparent bottle, a stand, petri dish, iodine, and one cork. Okay, next come to the chemical: potassium hydroxide. Precautions: the first one, use the gloves, mask, goggles. Next, the leaf should not touch the KOH which is present in the bottle. Right? Now, next diagram. Next, come to the method. Before method, I will say one more word. You see, here the plant should have the leaf narrow and long leaf. Here I am showing a simple example: narrow and long. You can take more than this very long leaf. Why it should be long? Why? Because half leaf should be inside the bottle. Okay, half leaf should be outside the bottle. Half leaf should be inside, half leaf should be outside. If you hold like this, it will not stay. No, then we should use a cork here. Fit the cork. Take the cork in just which is fit in the bottle and make into two halves. I'll show here. Just you see, this is a cork. Just make into two parts. Then get the two halves like a half moon shape, and with the two halves just to keep inside, and between that cork just to keep the leaf. Before this arrangement, take the KOH, potassium hydroxide. Why we should take the potassium hydroxide? We should remove the carbon dioxide from. Okay, what is the carbon dioxide percentage in atmosphere? This is today's question, right? Okay, now come to the next. Okay, this now arrangement everything completed. Now come to the method. Take a de-starched plant. How can you make a de-starch? What does it mean de-starch? First, it's a 2 marks question. What is de-starching the plant, and how can you de-starch the plant? De-starching, removing the starch from the leaf or from the plant. It's called de-starching. How can you remove? Just take the plant, potted plant. Okay, kundilo unna mokka. If it's a big tree, you cannot move. No, so potted plant keep in the dark room for 4 to 5 days to discharge. 2 marks question, very simple and easy, important. Okay, after discharging, take the plant out and just to arrange this total cork and bottle, everything, and keep in the sunlight for 3 to 4 hours. Afterwards, take it out, test with iodine. How can test with iodine? Just to take the leaf and pour the iodine. But one thing, if you pour direct on the leaf, it will not never turns into blue black color. Why? Because there is a chlorophyll. No, you should remove the chlorophyll. How can you remove that? Last question, what is that? By the iodine test, water bath. Use the methylated spirit and remove the chlorophyll, and then test with iodine. Okay, in this process, then here the half which is outside the bottle turns into blue black color, the half which is inside the bottle will not turns into blue black color. We'll see what is the reason. What the plant need for photosynthesis? One is carbon dioxide. Okay, we'll come to that. Now first sunlight. As this total set we are keeping in the sunlight for 3 to 4 hours. Okay, chlorophyll, the leaf is green color. Okay, next water. As we are giving the water to plant, as we are watering the plant. Okay, now the carbon dioxide, the half which is outside the bottle is exposed to atmosphere, so it absorbs the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Which is inside the bottle have no carbon dioxide. Why? The carbon dioxide which is present in the bottle is absorbed by the KOH, potassium hydroxide. So no blue black color, that means no carbohydrates. Why? Because no photosynthesis. By this we proved, if there is no carbon dioxide, the plant never carry out the photosynthesis. Right? Up to now we completed a hydrilla experiment, and we completed carbohydrate test, and next we completed carbon dioxide test. Okay, after this you have some questions, just to solve these questions. Say students, if you have the textbook, you must and should have the textbook and read the textbook every day, spend some time. Okay, what I am asking the questions, every questions you will get from the textbook itself. No, don't go out of the textbook, not of any material or any question bank or any guide or anything. Just you be with the textbook, read every line in the textbook. Okay, thank you very much.